Welcome to Venusian Soul. Today I'm back with a pick a card reading and it's going to be July predictions. So I want you to cast your gaze over these cards and ask your higher self which cards have a message for you. We have pile number 1, pile 2, pile 3 and pile 4. If you need to pause the video to meditate further, please do so. But for those of you who are ready, let's get started. Hi Group 1. So for the month of July, I feel for this group, you may be at a precipice where something can shift. There's a new opportunity, there's some sort of change, and you may be conflicted around your path and what you want to do moving forward. Because I feel this energy for this group where there's change coming in that is going to end up being a blessing and going to bring it as well with abundance and all that glitters. I keep hearing you will have more gold. So I'm wondering if this opportunity or this crossroads involves a change in work or career, or there's some sort of shift where something ends, but really it makes room for an opportunity that's far more abundant and fruitful than where you've been previously. But with the Five of Wands and the Moon, I get this sense of not being able to see too far ahead and not being certain of how this will unfold. It's like you're heading for greater joy, greater success. I keep seeing the color yellow as well. So there may be significance around that solar plexus chakra as well. A level of confidence and a lot of positivity, but for some reason I feel like you don't fully see it. Or right now, at least in the beginning of the month of July, these changes are still getting underway. So you could be feeling a sense of trepidation as things unfold and roll out. Following the moon, we do have the Wheel of Fortune. So again, there is a cycle changing. There are a lot of changes that you're coming upon, but I do feel overwhelmingly they are very positive and the universe is kind of encouraging you in that direction. With the King of Pentacles and the Six of Cups next to flexible, there may be something that you have to rethink, especially around your finances. There's something around career and finances that's changing, or you're receiving an epiphany that's shifting and changing how you want to go about it, what you want to do, how you want to work, potentially what you want to work in. But I just see it's like getting unstuck, but the process may be quite uncomfortable. Like Spirit is saying, you may feel or it may look as though things are going backwards before it comes and moves full force. But I keep seeing this abundance, the sun. I see you feeling a lot happier, but I'm hearing part of what has increased your joy, your happiness, and your financial flow is overcoming something inside of yourself with this Six of Cups, overcoming certain energies, or just reaching a place where you feel more at peace. With the Eight of Swords here as well, I do feel beneath the moon, again, like I feel in your energy that sense of being uncertain or stuck, not being sure if you should move ahead, how to move ahead, what's next. Like there's a lot of questions in the month of July, especially Eight of Swords and Nine of Swords. You may also be struggling with, I'm hearing restlessness, but it could translate into like sleeplessness, insomnia, or just a lot of fear may come to the surface as well. The Spirit is saying with protection here, you are divinely protected, and you are the changes that you will be going through and the shifts that are occurring internally at first are going to lead to really positive and beautiful results, but there is a need to have a certain level of trust in that process. You know, the King of Pentacles sitting above the Sun, I see for many of you becoming a lot more financially stable, or the way in which you derive an income and earn a certain level of abundance brings you more joy. It's like finding a career or establishing a pathway of income that does align with your passions or with your innate talents and gifts. With freedom sitting above the Sun, if certain things aren't working or something falls away and you feel as though, you know, why are things leaving my life, or why can't I seem to gain any traction? I feel like there's this period where it's almost like an emptying out process where certain things have to clear away and empty and release to make room for the new. With the moon and the wheel of fortune, I keep looking at these fingers crossed, and I feel like you are moving towards a lot of good luck, but I keep hearing it doesn't look that way. So for some of you, there's some sort of conflict or something that's playing out in the month of July. And mind you, this could be internal, but it could translate into the physical as well. But with fork in the road, there's something that's presenting one image or one picture. So you may feel a certain way, but in truth, it's working for the good. It's working for your betterment. It's going to lead to improvements and growth and evolution. But it may take a little bit of time for the results to be tangible, or for you to feel as though you're in this new energy with the sun, that you've moved into a place where fear and worries and doubt and uncertainty has been laid to rest. With the Six of Cups and flexible, I'm hearing make sure that you're being flexible in terms of your thinking and not doing what has always been done. I feel like there's something around the month of July where spirit is breaking tradition with you in a positive sense, where there's certain habits, especially mental habits and thoughts and beliefs, that are capping, especially your income, your financial flow, and your ability to attract abundance, but also just your well-being, your sense of happiness, your sense of peace. That's why I keep hearing you're heading towards more joy and more abundance, but it doesn't look that way. And that's why I feel for some of you, you may still be in the thick of it, or you may still be in that process where you're oscillating, you're going back and forth, you're trying to figure out what you want next and, you know, what will truly generate your happiness and your well-being. But it's like, it's almost like having difficulty getting a clear picture or a clear answer. With the Five of Wands as well, I'm hearing throughout this month, you start with the Five of Wands and you end on the Sun. If there's anything that's hindering your peace of mind, your happiness, your well-being, and this could be for some of you an external environment or people around you that are somewhat toxic, that it's just creating a sense of unhappiness or trepidation. Spirit is saying you are going to work through that and move through that, and it is going to lead to positive outcomes, even if right now it may not feel that way. You overcome a lot of fear during the month of July, and for some of you, I feel like that does translate into potentially changing your life in ways or in a manner that you have sought and desired, especially around the career or the financial front. And it's like getting a bit of a clean slate. I keep looking at the Wheel of Fortune and freedom, and it's like finally that wheel has turned. For some of you, you're breaking away from, a workplace or a situation that you found very toxic that did have negative repercussions for your well-being and your mental health. And now you finally feel as though you're free to kind of express yourself or to live in a way perhaps that's more authentic and more natural to who you truly are. So there is a lot of positive progress and there are a lot of positive changes, but it's like you have to work your way through some of these difficult energies before you receive the blessing and before that blessing can come in for you. With the Nine of Swords, I do feel for this group as well, meditation or anything that helps you really process certain fears or limiting beliefs are going to help you as well as you go through this. So I do feel there's a need and there's an energy of, number one, with the Nine of Swords and the Moon, confronting your shadows, confronting the things that perhaps are more difficult to face, feeling certain emotions that have been repressed. But Spirit keeps saying the central theme is fear. For some of you, this fear could have stemmed though from childhood or from earlier patterns, but I just feel it's like I'm hearing you're getting yourself unstuck mentally, or you're setting yourself free from old memories, patterns, beliefs that affect your ability to receive now, especially financially, but even in terms of happiness and joy. I see at the end of July, you feel a lot lighter. And it's funny that this group as well chose the Sunstone, because I do feel there's a lightness, or it's like the sun's coming back out, especially for those of you who have been really grappling with any type of toxicity, but even it can be inner toxicity where there was some darkness and shadows and energies that had to come to the surface for resolution, for clearing, for transmutation. And as you go through that process, that's what's leading you. The Wheel of Fortune and King of Pentacles, I'm hearing in this next cycle, you're far more stable. Yes, financially, but even you feel a lot more stable mentally, emotionally, just in terms of your own well-being. And I feel some of this process was necessary to be able to reach that place internally. I do feel for a lot of you as well, like at the end of July heading into August, I feel like there's going to be, I'm hearing a lot more laughter, a lot more fun. There may be more opportunity as well for celebration, for socializing, for being around people that are really positive and conducive to your well-being. So that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed the reading, please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Hi, Group 2. So the first message I'm hearing, for those of you where this resonates and it's what you've been seeking, I feel like there's an opportunity for love, for connection. But I have to be honest, for some of you with mending, I feel, and message in a bottle, I feel like there's an energy of reconciliation or someone wanting to come back around. Now, for some of you, it could just be someone from the past thinking about you. But for others of you, it could be someone that is wanting to kind of re-enter your life or come back into your world, because we have Judgment and the Devil next to King of Swords. For some of you, this could be an air sign or someone with air, you know, sun, moon, rising. But I just get the sense of, how do I say? It's like someone wants to re-establish connection, I'm hearing. But for many of you, I feel like this person may still be toxic, or they bring a lot of, I don't love the term baggage, but heaviness, baggage, drama, toxic energy. I just feel for many of you, this may not be someone that you would want back in your life, or it may not be in your highest good. But I'm hearing for some of you, this could be an opportunity to fully have closure, and, you know, there may be apologies said. There may be something that kind of releases, which enables you to move forward, or which opens you up to an opportunity with new love. And again, that won't resonate with everyone, but I feel for this group, the month of July, there's something you're mending, healing, and releasing yourself from. I think for many of you, it involves another person, whether this is like a past karmic connection or a past situation. But it's like we have the Fool at the beginning of the spread, but I feel like the Fool as well, it's like the month of July is getting you to this position with the Fool, especially emotionally. It's like having a clean slate, feeling as though things can't, you know, touch or affect you as much, feeling more calm, more balanced, more reassured. With the Three of Pentacles as well, it could be also an opportunity where you're very much able to utilize your talents, your gifts, and follow your dreams. But I feel for some of you, this Ten of Wands energy could have been energy you were also carrying internally that was weighing you down, especially if there is a correlation to a past situation or a past karmic connection. Yeah, with To Be Fair sitting above the Fool, again, I keep hearing balance. You're achieving balance. It's even balance between the emotions versus the mind and the mental body. I feel like you're coming to a place where things may feel a lot more peaceful. Things are kind of, if you have had a lot of toxicity, especially in relationship, I feel like your connections are evening out, or you're attracting in people where, I just heard they're more forthright, where there's no, because I'm looking at the moon kind of disguising this King of Swords. It's attracting in people where they're very much real and authentic, and you know what you're getting. It's not like, I just heard gaslighting as well. So I don't know if for some of you, you've dealt with people where their energy is a bit, it's like they wear a mask, or there's some sort of disguise around their true intentions or who they really are. There's a sense of not always being completely transparent or vulnerable or authentic. With this Two of Wands here as well, and the Fool, it's like letting go of some of these energies or reaching a place of closure. Even if this is just within yourself, for some of you, this could be reaching a place of forgiveness for someone or something in your past that was very toxic that now sets you free to move ahead. For others of you, though, I do feel there's another energy that wants to come back in. It could vary for some of you whether they actually come in and make contact or whether they're just thinking about it. But with Message in a Bottle, I do feel for some of you, someone wants to make peace with you. And again, it doesn't have to be in the context of a romantic relationship. For some of you, I do feel though, it's some sort of karmic connection. And we can see with this devil and the chains, it's like you're freeing yourself. I'm also hearing, I keep looking at judgment, and I'm hearing freeing yourself from judgments from the past. So there's also this energy here of reaching a place where you're no longer judging yourself for what has been, or for, it could be something like, why did I allow this person into my life? Or why did I allow this energy to affect me? I just feel it's like you're done with the, I'm hearing like being harsh on yourself. Your inner world, your inner realm is becoming more gentle and accommodating and accepting. It's almost that energy where you reach a place of understanding for why things happened or why it needed to happen and how it led to your growth, so that you can be at peace with the outcome or the situation. So I do think for many of you, you reach that place of resolution. Spirit is saying heading into August, they want you in this energy with that full. They want you to really feel ready to move ahead, to be in a brighter and lighter frequency as well. I'm hearing with the Ten of Wands, I just heard, what are all the things and the aspects of your life that weigh you down? Where is that heaviness? What's draining for you versus what's affirming, what lifts you up? So I do feel there's a level of reflection on the type of energies that are really conducive to your well-being and the type of vibrations that suit you, even in terms of setting boundaries with people. I feel like there may be a lot of reflection during the month of July in terms of what love means to you. Like how are people showing up for you? How, like, anyone can say the word, but what does that actually mean? How do you need someone to treat you who is in close proximity or in close connection with you? So for some of you, I feel like you're redefining your boundaries. You're redefining as well, to a level, your worth, what you will and won't tolerate, what feels good to you and what doesn't. With that Three of Pentacles above the Ten of Wands, again, there's something about this release and this transformation that makes way for you to more fully show up in the world. And some of you, I feel like you're able to shine more freely when it comes to your talents, your abilities, your gifts, even your passions and desires. And Spirit is saying the more you make space for that, the better. I'm also hearing like any toxic habits as well with the Devil. And these can be toxic habits in terms of your thought patterns or your beliefs, like ideas that you keep, repeating or focusing on that just don't serve you. With that King of Swords, I'm hearing as well, it's time to make peace with the past. And again, for many of you, I do feel this involves another person specifically. But that doesn't necessarily mean you need to make contact with that individual. You can reach a place of peace and forgiveness within yourself. It doesn't have to be reaching out, although for some of you, I do feel there could be someone that does reach out, or there is someone that has a certain level of emotion or regret or feeling where they're desiring to come forward and let you know, or they're seeking to bring in resolution and healing. For love and opportunity, I feel the month of July for many of you is a month where you're preparing for opportunities. Yes, in terms of love, but in terms of connection. It's like July is the month, for those of you where you are wanting to manifest new love or new connection, July is a month where it's like spring cleaning or transforming, wiping away the past to make room for the new. Because Spirit is making me feel as though this energy can't be active within you for new connections or new individuals to come in. It almost serves as a barrier and a block. And that's why I think the divine is really drawing and bringing your attention to some of the aspects within yourself that may not be helpful or conducive for, your path moving forward. There's also a very strong theme for this group around reflection. Reflecting on what has been, reflecting on the way you've been treated and what has or hasn't worked for you and what you will and won't accept moving forward. This is also a month of self-love and really focusing on your own needs, on taking care of yourself, on doing the things and being around the people that actually genuinely make you happy, rather than perhaps having people in your environment that are draining or that just don't serve your highest good. So I do feel for this group, there is you are moving in a positive direction, even if at the beginning, it may not always feel so. Yeah, it's like, I keep seeing I'm hearing like removing any ties that bind you, especially around lack of forgiveness, because I keep hearing as well, forgiveness sets you free. So I do feel for this group, there's something, and it could be more than one personal situation that you're coming to a place of forgiveness for, but I definitely think there's one person or connection where it's really prominent, who may also reach out to you or have you on their mind as you go through this process. So that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed the reading, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Hi, Group 3. So the theme for you for July, I feel, is purification. I feel like there's a cleansing, there's a lot of focus on releasing. I do feel for a lot of these groups, the month of July seems to be more of a transitory month where you're setting yourself up for changes that come later in the year. I do feel though there's an emphasis around healing and releasing what no longer serves you. For this group especially, we have the Tower, we have clean it up, we have purification. There's a lot of shedding. Like for this group especially, I feel like there's quite intense transformative energies where you may also find yourself feeling incredibly exhausted. It's the energy where you're going through a growth phase or a level of ascension and healing where the physical world may need to take a backseat while you're going through this inner process. I also keep hearing there's an importance around your communication, around using your voice with the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Now's really a time to speak up in terms of setting boundaries, what works for you, what you want to do moving forward. Like I see you being really clear, and this group being very clear in terms of, okay, this is working for me, this is what I need to leave behind, this is the behavior I will accept, this is what I won't accept, and just being quite forthright, I want to say. And with the Guru next to the Five of Pentacles as well, or the Hierophant, we have this sense of, number one, being very committed to your inner vision. With the Nine of Cups sitting above, I feel like this is a month where you're really getting clear in terms of what you want moving forward, but what matters to you and what you will and won't accept. I also feel with the Hierophant next to the Three of Cups, you may also find yourself attracting people who are higher vibration, who are more kind of healthy, loving, have a very positive energy. I feel like any toxicity you clear away or you release from your life. With the Five of Pentacles, I feel as well you're also looking at that sense of lack mentality. Like where in your life are things lacking or not flowing the way you desire. So there is an element of purification, but also reflection. You may be clearing away and healing from limiting beliefs as well. With Chop Wood though, I feel like July is a month where you really need to focus on the present moment. Chop Wood and co-create. These changes are going to lead to blessings and to you manifesting new visions and ideas. But there's a sense of you reaching a place first where you feel as though your inner realm matches the frequency of what you're trying to draw in. Because obviously we can set intentions, we can manifest, but if my energy is not compatible with what I'm asking for, it's very difficult to bring that person, situation or event in. So I feel for this group, there may be some reflection or some inner work that you undertake that, helps you really align with what you've been asking for. And with relaxation here as well, I feel this is a month where your energy may be very depleted because it's required for your healing process. And sometimes when we go through these really intense growth cycles, that we need a more introspective period of time. So I do feel as though Spirit's guidance to you is to take that time, whether it's, meditating, listening to music, affirmations, reading, writing. This is a time where I see you being very internal. We have change sitting above, and I do feel for this group, part of this process is designed to make way for, I feel, very rapid change, especially with the tower next to change. Because I feel for some of you, it's like you've outgrown where you've been, or as you're ascending to this next level of consciousness, the past conditioning or the past effects no longer resonate with or match where you want to be now. It's almost like that tower has to fall to make space for the new. With the Guru, I keep hearing a test of your commitment. So there could be tests around, your faith. You may feel quite challenged during this process, but I feel like it's also a test of what you truly want and who you want to commit to. So for some of you, there may be a lot of reflection or insights in terms of what's not working for you. I just heard what's coming up short, what's lacking. It could be a relationship that you feel you've outgrown, or it's like it's no longer resonating with who you are now, even though it once did. So I do feel for this group, there is that energy of, getting clear on who and what you want to bring with you for the next steps and the next kind of passage. With the Queen of Swords and Ace of Swords, I do feel these changes are making you, or will leave you feeling more empowered, where you feel like you're, in your truth, that you can express yourself, your worth, your value is heightened as well. I just feel like there's this energy of an upgrade. But with co-create here, I feel it's like you are co-creating, and these changes are designed to help you manifest or to help you receive more in the physical world. But I feel first that there has to be a resonance and a purification process that takes you to that level. With the Guru and the Nine of Cups, for some of you as well, you may be furthering your commitment to a passion or a dream that you've held. So it could be as well clearing away people or situations or energies that provide a sense or leave you with a feeling of lack, so that you can make room and space for the things that do really matter for you. I'm also hearing July may be a great month for you to come up with a plan, whether that, I'm hearing like kind of like a vision board, but it's like a life's plan of the things that really matter to you, the things that you value, and what you want in your life moving forward, what you want to leave behind. Because I feel like that place of clarity is going to have a really positive effect when it comes to, making changes, moving ahead, transforming yourself, your consciousness, your life. And I feel like the divine is giving you a helping hand in this process. And you are on the receiving end, of divine blessings. But again, July is the month where it's setting the stage, where these changes take place first. I feel for a lot of you, you're leaving behind a lot of energies that were either draining or that no longer work, is what I'm hearing. It's like you've completely outgrown the old, but Spirit is still, working with you to set the stage for the new. And that's why for this group, vision board, setting intentions, bringing things, having a level of clarity so you can bring things into form is really important, because I do feel like you're reaching a stage where it's time to step into that energy. With the Guru as well, I just heard it's really about committing also to yourself. For some of you, this is your spiritual path with the Hierophant and the Nine of Cups. It could be as well committing to a spiritual vision and some sort of dream or vision you've received from Spirit, but there's certain energies or beliefs and thought patterns that have to be released to make room for that. With the Six of Swords, beginning with the Six of Swords, you're definitely going through a transition, and I feel for many of you that's already very apparent, or you will be feeling that. You will be feeling, I'm hearing going from one world to another, or going from one realm to another. So there does seem to be a closing out of the past or what hasn't worked out to make room for the new. But with Queen of Swords as well, I keep hearing make sure you speak up, or you speak your truth, even if it's just to yourself. Make sure you're very truthful and clear with yourself in regards to what's not working for you, what leaves you feeling drained and depleted, what you want to do moving forward, like making sure your happiness is top priority and your well-being really comes first. So I do see it being a very powerful month. It's got almost a phoenix energy, where I see old parts of yourself, old versions of yourself, literally clearing away and being shed, being released to make way for the new. But again, I feel like this growth process for this group may be painful or difficult. I feel this is a really intense change, or it may push you beyond your limits. It may leave you feeling as well slightly uncertain around, okay, what's next? How am I going to come through this? Where am I going to end up on the other side? There could be a lot of uncertainty just because of the degree of change and growth that you're undertaking. So I do feel Spirit is saying it's really important that you go easy on yourself, that your inner world, your inner realm is very loving, very peaceful, very gentle. And that helps to make space for the new energies. And I'm hearing as well, make sure that you trust the divine and you trust that whatever you're going through is for your highest good. So that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Hi, Group 4. So for those of you drawn to these cards, what I'm hearing is change is coming, but there's a need, and during July, there's going to be this requirement for patience. For some of you, I feel like change is coming, blessings are coming. With the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, there could be some new opportunity, new enterprise, new career, some sort of change you're initiating, but you may feel as though success is delayed or the fruits of your efforts have been delayed. We have standstill up the top, and I keep hearing patience, being at peace with where you're at right now, and we also have peace here. So it's kind of, the energies are somewhat contradictory, because I feel the energy of moving ahead, success, starting something new with the Ace of Pentacles and the Chariot. There could be literal movement for some of you, but then it's almost like a stop sign where things are put on hold, or it could be you're trying to undertake certain changes and shifts in your life, but there seems to be a lot of obstacles or things, like it's almost like a slowdown where it's hard to get the ball rolling, or as soon as you think things are moving ahead and things are going to proceed, things fall through or opportunities come to a close and it's hard to gain traction. But with this Four of Swords as well, Spirit is saying it's really important right now that you're at and in a place of peace, where you feel at peace with yourself, that you're taking downtime as you prepare for certain changes. Because with the Eight of Cups, I feel for some of you, you may be leaving behind something completely to make way for new energy. And this could be happening in the month of July, or you could be leading into this energy into August. But there's this sense of making sure that your energy is replenished, restored, making sure that you're peaceful and in the present moment, even when you're moving toward certain changes. And with embracing, I feel like Spirit is asking you to embrace all aspects of yourself, where the divine is really asking you to be honest with yourself around who you are, what you want, what is or isn't working as well. And also allow yourself to balance between kind of divine masculine energy, action, planning, initiating certain projects or opportunities, with kind of that divine feminine flow in intuition, being at peace. There seems to be a dichotomy between these two energies, and perhaps the month of July is the month where you kind of balance that, or you become very much centered in those frequencies. I'm hearing as well with the High Priestess, during the month of July, your intuition is your best friend, because I feel like Spirit is also teaching you that when something is meant for you, or when you're aligned with your soul's path, your destiny, you don't need to force things. There's almost, and that doesn't mean it's effortless in the sense that you don't have to put in any action or effort, but effortless in the sense that things flow and unfold at the time they need to, at the point they need to. So there's a greater level of trust and alchemy that I feel is happening for this group. And with Milk and Honey, again, it's about being really gentle. What's that saying that you attract more bees with honey than something? I can't fully remember the saying, but something like that. I feel for this group, it's like having a softer touch with some of the changes or some of the intentions and desires you have. It's like your approach is shifting. I feel like the changes or the vision you have for yourself is on point. And I do feel many of you are heading towards success, but there's a need to kind of be peaceful through that process. It's like learning how to be happy now and be at peace now, even if what you've been seeking or what you've been manifesting hasn't yet fully come to form. So I do feel for this group, it's a balancing act, and it's learning to be really kind of centered and content within your own being. With the Two of Swords, for some of you, there may be changes you want to initiate, or there's things on the horizon, but you feel a little stuck, or like, again, that opportunities are falling through or things aren't moving the way they should be. It's like feeling as though, how come I can't get ahead with this venture, project, change, whatever it is for you individually. There's just this sense of things being stalled. But I do feel part of that is around mastering this lesson of how you really utilize your energy, your approach. But I also think as well, it's a matter of timing. It's a matter of timing, but it's also a matter of trust. Really having trust and faith in terms of how things unfold, the timeline in which they unfold, and really knowing the divine has your back, even if on the surface that doesn't appear to be so. So I do feel for this group, you're reaching a level where there are it's newfound clarity essentially, or newfound peace. And I feel that peace translates and shifts your physical reality because you are more accommodating or accepting of what is. It's almost like things start to flow in your favor. And I'm also hearing what's not meant for you, like allow it to fall away. And this could be what's not serving you internally as well. It doesn't have to be a physical, personal condition, but for some of you, I feel like it could be both. With embracing, I see you embracing more aspects of yourself, whether this is more aspects of your shadow, more aspects of your truth. Perhaps there's new realization and new truths around, how you feel, what you want, what is working for you, what isn't, and just coming to that place of clarity and knowing. With the Chariot, Ace of Pentacles, the Chariot, it's like things are moving ahead or you're setting things in motion. For some of you, I feel like with this Ace of Pentacles and the Chariot, you've already planted some sort of intention, or it could be like a career change, a business, a dream, and you're on the path to success, but you may be weeding out the energies or the people, the vibrations that aren't conducive to that with that Four of Cups, things that are unsatisfactory or things that no longer serve or work for you. With that Ace of Wands as well, I feel like it's around really being inspired by your passion. With Ace of Wands and peace, I get this energy of, yes, excitement, and there's some sort of excitement around change. Like I feel within your energy, this desire to change or to bring something into motion. But then again, it's like a green light and a red light. It's like that dream, that vision, that change is on point, but there's something that's slowing it down, or there's something around the timing. There's certain realizations and lessons and growth you attain first before things can really flow or evolve. I'm hearing when there's a vision, there's certain steps you have to undertake individually and personally before it can come into form. Now with success, I'm also hearing for this group, make sure you still hold though your vision and your intention for the outcome you desire. Whether this is like career success, financial success, for some of you it could be a literal move. Spirit is saying don't lose sight of that vision or dream, but it's more about being centered in the present moment and still being at peace, even if you're not quite where you hope to be or where you desire to be. I also feel for this group, there is an energy of unconditional trust and unconditional well-being is what I want to say. So Spirit is saying there's a lesson here around, even if things are tumultuous or confusing in the physical, that you can still ground yourself and have that anchor within your being. It's almost like riding that storm. I see many of you, there's a level of grace that you've attained where certain obstacles or situations or setbacks can come up, but you know how to weather that storm. You know how to kind of be centered within your own being as these situations come to the surface. And Spirit is saying the more you kind of center and anchor your energy, the better the outcome. And I keep hearing the phrase for this group, divine timing. It's like your vision is correct, the changes you're making are on point and will come to form. And many of you will be on different timelines in regards to these changes. Like for some of you, I feel like you've already set intentions or initiated these changes. For others, I feel like that's what you're leading into. But Spirit is saying there's a need to have faith and trust in terms of when and how it comes to be, and that the highest outcome and your highest good will kind of find you and will come towards you. Yeah, it's also, I'm hearing that phrase like accepting what's yours, knowing that what's meant for you always comes into your life, that you cannot receive what's not meant for you unless you're forcing a certain outcome. Spirit is saying there's a need. I keep hearing flow for this group. There's an element of patience, peace, and flow where you're learning how to receive in a way that is far less draining perhaps, or you're learning that you can make and achieve great manifestations with a lot less kind of stress or pressure. And it's just reaching that point where you surrender as well to the divine. Yes, still take action. Yes, still hold your vision, but there's a level of trust and faith. So that's all I have for you. If you enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon.